Hi there. Assuming that you have Kohya SS installed on your PC, so I'm going to show you how to train a Flux LoRa that you can use on any platform. The difference between this tutorial and the others available on YouTube is I'm going to show you the easiest, fastest, and the most convenient way to train a LoRa for Flux. Uh, First of all, when you open up the Kohya SS, which you can, by the way, download it from here. This is the main source where you can get the all the files, instructions, and everything. This is for the Windows installations. Everything is here, in which it says that install Python. You have to. These are all the prerequisites that you need to install first. This is not a tutorial about how to install Kohya on your PC. This is just for the training purpose. And if you guys don't know how to install it, or you want to know how to install it, then please write that in the comment. Then I'll probably create another tutorial just for this installation alone. Okay, let's get started. First of all, we'll go back to LoRa where it's installed, and I'll just open up. And first thing you want to do is don't click Dream Booth, because when you open up, when you start this Kohya SS, by default it will be selected Dream Booth. Well, you have to select LoRa first. I'm going to give you a config file which you will place here like this. Go to this folder here, and then I will share this with you in the description. Once you load the config file, it will show you this model that we have selected. It is Flux One Dev 2 Pro, and I'm gonna give you the link of this also to download. It's about 23.8 GB. First thing you want to do is name your LoRa, whatever you wanna call it. In this case, I will call it Nina. So let's call it Nina, and just to make sure that it doesn't get mixed up with other LoRa's on my system, I'll name it Flux. So this way I'll know that this Nina is for Flux only, okay? And I'm gonna just delete these because these fields were filled because of the config file which I saved from the earlier training. So everything will come along with that. So that's why I deleted this. The next thing you want to do is go to this also. I'm going to delete everything. Okay, this also. Delete everything. All you need to have is this, because this is what contains the settings, which are the most important things. These are the folder paths which you have to do manually, which I believe is not a big deal for anyone. Okay, now if you have a latest version of Kohya, then you will see all these options like V2, VRAM, and SDXL, SD3, and Flux. So once you select the Flux model, it will be checked automatically. And the float, it is all in the settings of this config file, so you don't have to worry about anything at all. Just follow the instructions. All right, the next thing you want to do is go to data set preparation. Over here, you'll first make this 40 to 20. And over here, you see instance prompt. I'm going to use a unique name, which is very common, which is commonly used in the industry. It's OHWX. And then the class prompt is like, what are you training? We are training a woman, so we'll type woman. First thing you want to do is direct this to the directory where, so this is Nina. So this is a fictitious character. I named her Nina. And these are only 4 photographs. That's what I wanted to show you. That you don't even need 15 or 20 images to train a LoRa for. It doesn't matter if it's SDXL or Flux. Flux is better because Flux has a tendency of keeping the features intact. Doesn't matter if the number of training images are quite low. That's why I chose to create a tutorial, with Flux instead of SDXL, but you can do the same thing with SDXL. Also, let me tell you something else that if you have the minimum requirement for this kind of stuff, as you know, the training is 8 GB. That's what they say, but I'm working on a 12 GB VRAM NVIDIA 3060. I'm sorry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna uh, go to the folder where I've created this Nina folder. Just select the folder, and it will say, this is my folder path, and you copy the same folder path from here and place it where it says destination training directory over here. Okay, now this is done. Next thing you want to do is click prepare training data, and the other one is copy info to respective fields. Once you click these two, you go and see here where the folders, you see it has created a folder with this name. Underneath the train model, it has created a folder called model, and there's another folder that it has created. It says log. So this is the most important thing that you want to do, and everything is done automatically. So all the folders are created, as I'm going to show you where. This is the model folder, log folder, and the image folder. In the image folder, it says all these 4 images are placed here automatically. And just in case, if you don't see, if it only makes one folder like this, then you can create these 2 folders and name them log and model. That's all you want it to do. Okay. Otherwise, in most cases, it creates all these 3 folders. Okay. All right. Now the next thing you want to do is just to double check. We'll go to parameters. That's where all the settings are at. These settings are from my previous training. As you can see, I set to 1000 maximum training steps, and since it's only like maximum train epochs are 4, so I'm gonna keep it as it is just to make it quicker, because you can play with it. You can even do 10. In this way it'll give you more variations, more choice of LoRa's to choose from, which one is closer to your face, what you're training. And over here, the learning rate, I've set this to 8. I mean 0.0008, same over here. And even though the training images resolutions are 1024 by 1024, just to make it, speed up things and see how it works with this low resolution, I set this to 512 by 512. Enable buckets are checked, and the network rank dimension is 64. Network alpha is 64. These are the settings which I used earlier. So everything else, you don't even have to worry about anything at all. If you want to know each and everything, you just go through it and tweak it and go read the text on the site, where all the availables and the functionalities of these things are explained. So this is like 3-click training process. Okay, and that's what I've created this for you guys. Okay, now next thing you want to do is print training command. What this button does is it creates a file that you can use later as your config file. So I'm going to click this, and it will create a file. If you can see, see, now it has created this file. because I clicked this print training command. So this is going to be your config file for the next training. Whatever changes you make over here, every time you click this way it will save the last changes what you made, over here. So I'm going to start training and see the terminal. Okay, now it's gonna take quite a while to load the model since it's 23 GB. So I'm gonna pause it over here. Once it's loaded and up and running, then I'll come back to you, all right? Okay, now the training process has begun. Now, as you can see, uh, even though we put 1,000 steps over there, since the images are less than 10, that's why there are only 4. So that's why the training steps are reduced to 320, which is not bad. It'll take a lot less than usually it does. Let's say if you're training with 20 or 15, which are preferable, of course. So this way you can get a lot of details and everything else. But I'm only showing you the shortest and easiest way to do training. Once you get hang of it, then you can experiment with more images and different settings here. So now it's showing that it's over here. It says it's gonna take 52 minutes, less than an hour. And if you include the loading time, I would say it's a good 2 hours. So keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Once the model is trained, then we'll go and start testing the LoRa and see how it comes and see how it comes out. Yes, another thing I forgot to mention is if you go to basic settings here, you see these 3 fields over here. It says way path, clip path, and T5 XSL path that you have to basically download all these 3. I'm gonna leave a link for these in the description, and then show the path to where they are at. In my case, it's over here, Flux models over here. So you have to create a folder where you put all these things like the VAE and clip and model and T5 XSL stuff, everything in one folder, and you just show them the path. So this is very important that you don't uh, miss these. Okay, so the LoRa is trained, and it shows here that it took about an hour and 8 minutes, 48 seconds. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the LoRa where it's saved in the model directory, and then save it to the LoRa folder in my Forge UI folders, and we'll come back with that. Okay, so here's the first image that I generated. This one is the image from the data set that I used, and this one is the one I generated using the LoRa that I trained from these images, the data set. And as you can see, the hair are darker in this one, and this one is blonde hair. The reason for that is in my prompt it says blonde. Okay, if I just turn that into dark hair, it'll give you almost the same results. Okay, so this is how you're gonna do it. I'm gonna leave all the links in the descriptions to download the prerequisites. So see you next time. Thanks for watching.